In today's video, I want to discuss when you are in that state and you are completely overwhelmed and you don't know which side to turn to or which way to turn. And I know from experience that when you're in that state of mind, everything seems like it's a major issue. We've discussed about how you're snappy and how you're short-tempered, all of these attributes, but when you are in that state of freeze, you have got a lot of brain fog. You can't really make a decision. It feels sort of like you're in a haze, you're wading through quicksand or something like that. I don't know. It just feels like this very slow moving struggle. You can't really function. So when you are in that state, your thinking changes to one of finality, because your brain has already put you into this freeze response, and now it needs to try to protect you from what is happening. So whenever you are making a decision or you need to determine something that you have to do, you tend to think about it's a mountain out of a molehill. So anything that you do is going to seem bigger than it actually is. And the only way that you can get out of that is, number one, the first major step is to do a brain dump of everything that's inside your head. You're keeping a lot of it in and you're not getting it out, and because you're in that struggle state, you're not able to do things, so all of the tabs are staying open. So the brain dump is going to help you take everything that's on your mind and get it out and put it onto paper. If it's in your head, it looks like there's a lot more that you need to do than what you actually need to do. And as soon as you put it onto the paper, then it's going to make everything seem easier or less overwhelming. So any piece of paper that you can get, all that you do is start writing out all of the things that you have to do or all of the things that you have to get through. It doesn't matter what it is, if it's grocery shopping, dentist appointment, work items, things that you need to do, errands that you need to run, all goes onto that piece of paper. And then from there, you're going to start with the easiest task that's going to become a tick box item. And then even if that task itself seems overwhelming, then what you're going to do is start breaking down all of the tasks. So prioritize them as much as you can, or just choose any task at random, whatever your energy is telling you to do. And then from there, you're going to start breaking it down. When you're doing this, what you're trying to achieve is to create a lot of smaller tasks that seem easier to do. And because they're smaller and you've broken it down, you can chunk them and stack them on top of each other so that you can move through an entire process. You can do this by yourself, but there's tools that you can also use. The one that I know of is Goblin.Tools or Goblin.Tool. I'll put a link in the description. And that one, all that you do is you tell it what you're wanting to do or what the outcome is that you need to achieve. And it's going to take that thing and break it down into all of the logical steps that you need to follow. That can then help you to break a task down into its individual steps. The easiest one I'm just going to use quickly as an example is if you need to do grocery shopping. That one might seem like it's a menial task, but it is something that can be overwhelming at that point in time. So that one, all that you need to do is know that you need to do grocery shopping and then break it down into tasks. And the tasks, oversimplified, but you need to get a pen and paper, and that's step one. Once you've got that, is to open the fridge and check what is inside the fridge, what you need to purchase. And then your pantry or your grocery cupboard, do the same thing. And then prepare for the shop. Where are you going? You need to take your car keys, your cell phone and your wallet, all of those things. Once you get there, you're going to start at which aisle or which section and then do that shopping, make the purchase, return back home and pack it all away. That's the full loop. You've broken it down into the pieces. But the point is this, that because you've taken a task that seemed overwhelming, now you've broken it down into all these smaller tasks, like just getting a pen and paper. It doesn't seem so overwhelming anymore. And because you're so low energy in the first place, now you've got the opportunity to use as little energy as possible to do that first step, and then it allows you to do the second and the third and so on, and then at the end of it you've completed the task. You can apply this to any work situation or any other thing that you need to do, but that's how you have to do it. So step one, once you're in that slurry and you have got this brain fog, is get it all down on a piece of paper to see the relative picture of how deep in the shit you are. And then once you can see that it's not as bad as you think it is, put all your tasks into a place and then break each task down into the smallest chunk that you can do. If you can do bigger chunks, then do it. If you have to have smaller chunks, then do that. Whatever works for you. And then once you've done that, then you start building that momentum to get out of the hole that you're in. So what I need you to do is whatever task that you're currently struggling with, choose that one and just spend some time on it, break it down into the tasks and build that momentum so that you get the thing going. And then we'll start looking at other tools going forward, and that'll be in the next videos that are upcoming.